Welcome, and thank you for joining me for another installment of the USEU Ambassador in Review. During the month of June, the mission led a series of dynamic events advancing US-EU cooperation. We hosted Undersecretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy and Environment, Kathy Novelli, for discussions on the transatlantic digital economy. And I also met with the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats of Europe to discuss the important work being done on the Transatlantic Trade Agreement. We focused heavily on climate change during discussions in Brussels, Berlin, and Riga. And we continued efforts with our European partners to combat child sexual exploitation. Finally, a screening of the film Inside Out and a classical music concert helped bring the month of June to a close. Have a look.
In June, USEU welcomed Undersecretary Kathy Novelli for a discussion on the single digital economy. Critical to US-EU relations, this topic served as the primary focus of the Undersecretary's speech. Here, Undersecretary Novelli speaks about the impressive growth of the EU digital economy and discusses 4 key policies to ensure its continuation.
Flexible, interoperable standards, efficient cross-border data flows, expanded high-speed internet access, and internet-friendly trade agreements.
Because I was here yesterday. Yeah, you just can't get rid of me.
Ambassador Gardner also spoke with the Alliance for Liberals and Democrats of Europe, emphasizing their positive influence on the progress of TTIP.
And I wanted to pay tribute to the Commissioner, sincerely, for tremendous work in a short period of time to advance the debate on TTIP in so many ways, on ISDS, but not only. You have moved the tone of this debate in a positive way.
Beyond Paris climate change event included a series of dynamic events in Brussels, including this panel discussion, to bring cutting-edge U.S. initiatives on climate change to the EU. The goal was to raise both EU and U.S. climate ambition and demonstrate to the EU that we're in this together. In a shift of pace and energy, Ambassador Gardner, in conjunction with the Walt Disney Company and the Transatlantic Policy Network, hosted a film screening of the Disney Pixar film Inside Out.
In Europe, companies like Apple and Facebook and Amazon and many, many others are creating jobs and promoting growth and innovation here in Europe.
The ambassador also hosted American and Romanian instrumentalists in an intimate concert celebrating the arts. Additionally, USEU continues to show its support for cooperation between the US and EU on child sexual exploitation.
In such a massive transnational operation, 17 countries worked together, 17 individuals were arrested, and 400 tour sites now have this banner on them, basically indicating that
combating this form of exploitation continues to be a mission-critical goal. Tune in later this summer for a wrap-up of the great work USEU continues to do.